What is community? Why is it important? Where does it come from? Well, to begin with, it's rooted in the very concept that we started the student affairs profession with. In the 1950s and 60s, people began to realize that maybe it wasn't just enough to know a resident's name, where they came from, the day they were born. It was important to engage them. It took a little while for this to catch on, however. At first, people did programming just for students, not with students. But then they started to realize, we can utilize students in what we're doing. They probably have good ideas too. So something emerged called community building programming. And that's the idea that we want to get across to you. So what are some of the cornerstones of community? First, there's diversity. We learn from each other's differences. Second, we have relationships. It's important to communicate authentically and care for others. The third cornerstone of community is strength. Knowing your own strengths and the strengths of those around you allows for a more constructive environment. Finally, there's knowledge and learning. Developing academically is essential in higher education.
So we decided to use a basketball team and a basketball court to represent community. And I think strengths particularly plays into this because each individual player has their own abilities and their own strengths that they have to bring together to be a part of this team. And so when they're building this community, all of them contribute in some way. And that kind of reminds me of...
I am so excited about a marketing project and that we got to put a group together. You're focused and organized, and pretty much your strengths are just awesome.
As I was helping to build this basketball team, I was thinking a lot about relationships and how this team can only succeed if the relationships are strong and intentional and meaningful. Community is a lot the same way. Without people talking to each other, people knowing each other, not just superficially, but strengths and weaknesses, it's not going to happen. It kind of makes me think about
I really appreciate you helping me make this cake in your kitchen. I don't know how to make any cakes, but my girlfriend's going to love it.
What I was thinking while building the basketball team is really how they form community and how they form community through learning from both each other and also from their coach. That kind of reminds me of this one time in the residence hall when...
Oh wow, thank you for teaching that to me.
As you can see, we've got lots of different colors going on in our basketball court. And this makes me think primarily about the importance of diversity for community. If people were all exactly the same, we wouldn't really be able to grow or learn or move forward in any way. We'd just all be exactly the same all the time. So it's really important to know that people have different strengths, different qualities that come into building a dynamic and complex and formative community.
I never saw it from a guy's perspective.